I didn't care for that maroon color whatsoever. However, in the shop we have this Subaru still waiting on a lift. And there's always setbacks, guys. Alright, don't mind the noisy lights. That's still in the works as well. But today in the shop we have this 97 Subaru Impreza Outback Sport. The problem is that there's no brake lights. You know if you see anything? Nah. No matter how hard I push on it, I'm going to pull up the wiring schematic and take a look and see what we got going on. Yeah, I'm not sure how much you guys are gathering here. However, right here's our stop brake switch. You see it comes fuse relay box left side of engine compartment. 20 amp. Well, as you can see, I located the fuse box. Hook this up to a good ground. Looks good there. Tester, test light. Now I want to try to locate fuse 12. And see it labeled as such. But the only 20 amp fuse I see, all original, 15, 20, 15, 15. Okay, they have everything right. And the only 20 amp fuse here says light and switch. And then it says it again there, it looks like in Chinese or such. So that'll be this one here. As you can see, our fuse is good. This is using a test light. So we know our fuse is not blown. If we follow this green conductor down, green with white tracer, goes to the brake switch, pedal bracket. So next I'm going to proceed into the brake light switch and determine what's going on in there. Alright guys, it's a little dark in here. However, what I'm seeing, I'm not liking. Whenever I see a bird's nest like this, it sidetracks me because I don't know what they have cut. And some kind of security system, it seems like it's all been bypassed, snipped, twisted back together and whatnot. I need to evaluate the wiring I'm trying to get to. And I don't know if you can see the brake switch. It's above all this aftermarket stuff someone has shoved up in there. So I'm going to take it and it's bypassed already. And for me to even attempt to do a decent repair that I feel comfortable with, all that stuff has to be removed. Oh yes, making progress. But now I can gain access to all the stuff back here. I had to unplug the ABS module, I believe it is, just to get access to the back here. But this is their brake light switch. I do have that unplugged. Trace that wire out. I didn't see anything. I'm still digging. Yeah, I just got to fix some of these common things they do when they retrofit these systems in there, you know, to bypass control as far as going through the other control module for the alarm system and whatnot. So we're going to take and we're going to solder this back together. Try to slide a piece of shrink wrap way up there and solder them two together, and I'll get back at you. Okay, I got those wires repaired as good as I could get them for what I was dealt with. I got the ABS module plugged back in. I still have the brake switch unplugged for the moment. This speaker wire here went over into the door somewhere, but it was hooked up to that module or so for the security system, so it must have been some kind of something or another in the door to detect if you were messing with it or whatnot. But I want to make sure that the vehicle starts before I go any further. Oh, the truth. Okay. That's a good sign. Alright, now that I spent a good 45 minutes removing all this out from underneath the dash, and it was tapped into numerous things where I had to uncut, unsplice. We had to eliminate that from the equation because it was just a mess. We'll take it from there. We'll start troubleshooting what it came in for. Look at this. I mean, who does stuff like that? That's your gas pedal. Look. What's gonna happen if I push on that gas pedal? Where's that spring gonna go? Oh yeah. Right down into your system, buddy. What the heck? I'm sure that's their remote wire just being grounded every time that you step on the gas. I got magic in my pedal. Yeah, that's why, bud. You don't do stuff like this. Okay, so I got my test lights hooked up to ground. Looking at the schematic. Green with white tracer. Goes to the brake switch. I know that the green with white tracer is coming from the fuse box. Fuse 12, 20 amp. And you can see we have power present. And it's illuminating this bulb, so this is actually putting a load on that circuit, and it's nice and bright. I believe this conductor and everything out to the fuse box is good. The switch on the pedal bracket will complete the circuit from here to here and turning the brake lights on. Alright, I'm going to remove the brake switch. However, I may jump this out and do an amp reading and see what kind of current draw we have on this. That's how that brake switch works. So, just got to take off that lower retaining nut. Alright, here we are over at the bench. I got the brake switch, I just pulled out of it, and I got a replacement part from Napa. There's your part number, SL330. So what I'm going to do now is just simply ohm out this switch. I got these connector kit that I picked up from Radio Shack years ago. I'll see if I can find a part number and put it in the description, but it has pretty much everything from back probing to little tiny clips. It's made for working on small circuit boards. So, and then also comes with these alligator clips that come in handy. Okay, so now I have my leads on. I got a good connection. Got my multimeter set up to measure resistance with an audible signal, as you can hear there. Right now, with that switch fully extended the way it is, it should have a complete circuit. The circuit should be complete at this point. As you can see, it's open. And it's just totally open. It's not working at all. Let's test the new one. Yeah, it looks identical. No part number. So that one's working. So when I push it in, it should open the circuit. Alright, so this is inside its holder. Pushing against the brake pedal. The brake pedal is in the up position. The tab is pushing against here, compressing that switch and opening the circuit. So now the switch is open inside. When I push down on the brake pedal, the mechanical lever, the metal bracket that's attached to the brake pedal will move away, completing the circuit. And that should make it continuous and illuminate the light bulbs and whatever else is in this circuit. So we know the new one's working. We know the old one is not. What I want to do is pop this open out of curiosity and see what killed the cat. We got a little tab here. Looks like a pretty heavy set of contacts. They don't appear to be heavily burnt. Let me see if it's working right now. No, it's still not good. it seems like that contact is actually, I don't know if you can see that. But I gotta push it into it. Let's see if I can show you what I mean with this receipt. Yeah, there's one contact here. It's not even touching. Let me try something. Because they don't look burnt at all. So, I want to take this one. Just give it a little bend. I'm almost willing to bet it was just a flawed design. And contacts. Because I bet you now it works. Essentially, there's a little piece in there comes up and pops it out of the way. Alright, there's it this way. I'm really liking this one, to be honest with you guys. I think this one's actually fixed. I think this one's good to go. Back to the Napa one. Never used. Yeah, so they're both good. They're both really good. Yeah, we're gonna put the Napa one in it. I believe this is where the ground's located. I just want to check it. Sharing a common ground. And that's located center rear of trunk. The ground looks good. I'll check it to make sure it's tight. Reverse. Turn, brake, and park is up here. Everything appears happy. It's got 1157 bulbs in it. However, this one's about ready to blow. That one filament has a little extra dingleberry there, you see it? This one has a 1157 in it as well. That other bulb it's weird. I'm hoping it was picking up. I'm really not liking this at all. If you look through the bulb to the far side, the filaments are almost shorter together. That's odd. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. Alright, well, definitely a new bulb for the one side. Now let's take a look at this third brake light. Make sure they don't have anything aftermarket up in there. It's going to need a Phillips head screwdriver. All the same part numbers. But we'll leave that off for a moment. Alright, I actually have two new bulbs in stock, so I'm going to replace them both. So I got the new bulbs replaced. Alright, I'm going to step on the brake and actually I'm going to plug the brake light switch in. Now that I know everything's looking good back here.
Yes.
Tammy, can you press the brake on there? I just want to make sure all the bulbs are working back here. Okay, good. Let off. Step on it. What else can I have you do? Turn the headlights on for a minute. I want to make sure new bulb parking lights work. Turn the key on. You might have to wiggle the steering wheel. There you go. Now turn the headlights on. Okay, so they work with the key on. Left turn signal. Okay, so we have a bulb blowing somewhere. Right? Okay, so we're gonna have to check the front bulb. I believe we have a blown turn signal in the front. Left turn signal. Right turn signal. Okay, so it looks like the lower one's out. I think it's more of a moisture problem. Key on and turn the left one on again. I gotta clean the ground on this. It really needs a new socket. Let me show you what I'm dealing with, guys. It's rotted off retainer. However, it has a separate ground going to it, so I can clean it up and get it working for now. Alright, I got it all cleaned up. I was actually able to use this battery terminal cleaner, a little bit of sandpaper, and I put some dielectric compound grease on there. Alright, see what you got. Nice, that's nice and bright. I should be able to wiggle it till it works. No problems. That's a little better, huh? I don't want it to melt plastic on me, so I'm gonna use a little foil tape here. I don't know if you can see what I did in there. Pretty simple. I just don't want it to burn through the plastic. I want it to retain itself back in there and keep it from bouncing around and blowing the bulb until we get a replacement. Alright, next I'm going to take and throw that cover back on the upper brake light and throw this cover back on and cover up all this neatness. Check this out. Yep. Alright, I put all of his belongings back in the trunk and I can close up back here. I think we better go check on her and see what she's doing in there. All these mufflers and whatnot. All this stuff. What you got going on in here? Oh wow. It's looking good. What happened?
I took the things off because I figured I had to do the roller. There's this whole area here I missed.
Oh, was there?
Yeah. So since I had to get the roller out again, I figured I'd take them off.
That's fine. Just leave it like that because those plastic pieces are going to go right back on it for the window shade. That's where the shade goes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little shady. That's some shady work you just did there. But who's going to ever see it, right?
That's right.
Yeah, looks good. Looks fine. So what all did you do today?
I did all of the white trim today.
All the white trim? I think you did great.
Thanks.
Step on the brake. Nice. That should be good. One more time. Okay, good. While this is still open, I just want to give you a shot of how I adjusted this brake switch. Let's see if you can see it up in there. So I just adjusted it until it touched. However, I can still move that pedal slightly so the switch isn't engaging the brake. So if I were to adjust it down in there, I'm already starting to engage the brake slightly, the master cylinder. Just like so. Then you lock it in place. In case you're wondering what the rest of that shadiness, all I did is what they should have did to begin with. And I should really pull all that stuff out, but it's not hooked up front. In addition, it's not hooked up in the back. I popped the plastic clip out of the carpet on the other side of that clip to keep it away from the gas pedal. As you can see now, there's no interference. Okay, and there she is with the cover back up. That's enough for one day, guys. I hope you enjoyed. And making little strides in the right direction, I hope.